saga stemming from the publication of classified documents.
Assange has agreed to plead guilty to a felony charge, and as part of a deal with the DOJ, he will avoid imprisonment here in the U.S.
That's Fox's Kevin Corrick, his wife Stella Assange.
Movement of people from all walks of life, from around the world, who support not just Julian and not just us and our family, but what Julian stands for, truth and justice.
That from WikiLeaks, Julian Assange will return to his native Australia. Residents in the upper Midwest scrambling to get out of the way of rushing water.
We have major flooding for parts of South Dakota in towards Iowa, Minnesota, and all of that water is going to come downstream.
That's Fox's senior meteorologist, Janice Dean. America's listening to Fox News.
Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Live and local. Real talk starts now.
Right now. It's 7 o'clock. Good morning. I'm Rayford Brown.
I'm Kelly Knapp.
And I'm Lee Barrows.
And I barely got all the mics turned up there. It caught us really surprised there. 7 o'clock. Showed up real fast. I don't know what happened.
We were researching something, and all of a sudden I heard Fox News, and I was like, whoa.
And then I just sort of forgot things. And I kept on looking because I figured I had plenty of time. No, that 1 minute flies by there in a heartbeat.
Me too.
So I guess I need to start that. Good morning, y'all. Everybody all right?
Good, what?
We're good.
We got a bit of rain yesterday.
Oh, yes, we did.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's good news.
I didn't get a lot,
Nope.
but I got enough, like you said, to water the garden.
My sunflowers were happy. So
Sunflowers happy in the rain. That just is something
I
wrong
know,
with
but-
that
Yes.
statement.
they were thirsty.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
Okay. Got a reminder for you.
Yes.
There are now 183 shopping days until Christmas, 6 months from today.
Woohoo!
Kelly, have you finished your
Stressful.
shopping yet, or are you just getting started?
Just getting started.
Mine has become
But you have
very
started.
easy.
I've already started my list, yes.
See.
And I've actually bought one thing.
See,
Mm-hmm.
Mine has become very, very easy these days.
It was 6 months ago that we had our Christmas,
Right.
and now we're just halfway in
That's
between.
right. Today's the 25th.
Well, nowadays with prices, you have to start early.
Yeah, but they might go down.
Okay.
Okay, let's go
Okay,
ahead,
let's
Kelly.
say
Do we
pigs-
believe that?
Pigs might fly also, but you
Yes.
know.
I don't believe that for 1 second, actually.
Yeah, do
No.
we
You
believe that?
never
No.
can tell.
Okay.
Sometime around election time, we
Maybe
might see a
Christmas
big-
2026.
we may see a big drop there around election time. You never can tell.
Yeah, like
Maybe.
gas is going to drop. Yeah.
Mhm.
Gas went back up because when I
It
went and got it this
did.
weekend, I was just
It was
not
down for a
expecting it.
couple of weeks, and
Yeah.
then boom, I had
Yeah.
to get gas the other day, and I was like, what happened?
yeah, I know. So I saw that 3. I'm like, wait a minute.
It was up 26 cents.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad I filled up Friday or whenever it was.
Yeah, because I did it Saturday. And
I got
Right,
296 on. I got 288 down in South Carolina last Monday. a
well,
week
I'm
ago.
not surprised
I
by
told
that
you
fact
I
at all.
got-
They're always a lot cheaper than us.
2-3 weeks ago, 289, and then when I went to the pumps over the weekend, it was 326.
Did you go to the same pump?
No.
Oh, okay. Well,
I paid 326 on
they're-
Saturday. Or
They're
3
varying all over the place.
Yes, they
It's
are.
From
Yeah. They
station to station.
I tell you, the
It's kinda
best place
weird.
to go is the corner of Western and Gumbridge because the Circle K and the Speedway are constantly in war over
That's
gas
good.
prices. I love it.
Yeah.
It's like, let's war a little bit more.
I need to do that then. I need to start going there.
Okay, give you the bad news.
Yeah, I think
Do
I
it.
already know. I already know.
We got another disturbance
Look,
out there. We
see?
got an X on the map.
Oh, wow. I do see it now.
Yeah.
Oh, my. Oh, that's
Zero-
a fancy X.
Yeah, 0% chance of
Yeah.
cyclone formation in the next 48 hours. However, 20% in the next 7 days. That's between now and next week. So there's a possibility. It's down there in the Windward Islands, way about as far close to South America as you can get. Not a lot of spitting distance between it and the South American northeastern coastline. So we'll see how it works out. Initial predictions, that can change, more often than you change your clothes. But the initial
I don't know
prediction
about
is that it's
that.
going to be westward moving. That means
Yes.
if that holds true, it'll cross over the Windward Islands close to South America and move into the Caribbean, the deep southern Caribbean, which is unusual. There are very, very few hurricanes that hug the coast of South America coming across. I've seen that before.
Well, let me tell you why there will be something within the next couple of weeks. Because I'm due to fly to Chicago.
Well, there will
In
be no
July.
hurricanes in Chicago.
No, but my flight goes from here to Atlanta. It will do something to end up with last year's fiasco as well.
Well, why don't you just go ahead and rent a cart now
I know. We talked about that at work.
and leave
So
tomorrow?
this is how I know
Take a road
there will
trip.
be a
Leave tomorrow.
storm.
Go by way of Fort Worth, Dallas.
Yeah,
Fort Worth.
terrible. Yeah. So this is just how I know how my luck goes, Rayford. So
I don't know. Texas gets some pretty bad hurricanes too. So this early in the season.
down near the coast and
Let's go to
down-
the Gulf.
Yeah. So they can get some really nasty ones there. That's for sure.
Yes.
Let's see. We had we will confirm today. There was a shark attack at North Topsail Beach over the weekend.
yeah.
We told you yesterday about what appeared to be a shark attack. The unidentified man suffered severe wounds and was taken to the Naval Hospital for treatment. North Topsail Beach Police Chief William, and Police Chief, forgive me when I screwed this up, Youngener, told me yesterday that no one reported actually seeing a shark. EMS and North Topsail Beach Police were actually already at the same beach access in connection with another call when the man was bitten.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Bystanders and police performed first aid, keeping pressure on the towels that were covering the wounds there, keeping as much blood in as possible. And I'm pretty sure everybody has seen the pictures of it. There was some nasty, nasty cuts.
Yeah, he's due to get
I
out
saw
of
the picture you
hospital
showed
today.
me. Terrible.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Yeah.
made me hurt. It's awful.
This is just another reason not to swim alone. This, whatever this thing is, could have turned out even worse than it did.
Yeah, I think he said he's 14 and he had a girl swimming with him and she just took out of the water and went
She
running.
left him in the dust. I mean,
Yes. And then he was like, what's going on? And
Uh-huh.
that's evidently she saw it. But
well,
they
you
said
can't
that he
say
was,
get out. I mean,
I don't know.
well, that's
About
not
the
good.
media meanderings, the anti-social media meanderings about a
Yeah.
drowning in North Topsail, no, that did not happen.
Oh,
It
good.
looks like someone who saw all the blue lights and the red lights at the beach access where the
Oh.
shark attack
I
was.
assume.
So somebody assumed.
Yeah, we know what assume makes, and it
Yep.
did.
Mhm.
Y'all are one now.
Uh-huh.
Did what so many folks do. They assumed it was a drowning, and not this time. Good.
Well, you know, in Hawaii,
I'm going to go there next.
yeah,
A lifeguard, pro
Oh.
surfer, and actor.
yeah. Who's in Pirates of the Caribbean?
Yep. Who had a role in one of the Pirates of the Caribbean films was
Yep.
killed in a shark attack. 49-year-old Tamayo Perry was killed while he was surfing Sunday afternoon. That's according to the Honolulu Emergency Services Department. The incident took place on, Malakahana. You've been there.
Sounds good.
They all sound alike at some point in time. Malakahana Beach on Oahu's North Shore. First responders were called about noon to a report of a man who appeared to have been attacked by a shark. Perry was paddling out to Goat Island when he was bitten more than once by a shark. A surfer found his body and took him to the island. In addition to his appearance as a pirate in 2011's Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides, Perry appeared in Hawaii Five-O's in 2020 and two surfing film Blue Crush.
It's all.
You did.
Yeah.
You can remember back to 2002.
That guy was a cutie pie. Yes.
I love the
Oh,
Pirates
trust
of
me.
the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love Johnny Depp?
I'm
So
telling
is
you.
it Caribbean or Caribbean?
Caribbean. And for the movies, I mean, you know,
So is it Caribbean or Caribbean?
Caribbean is
Caribbean for the movies.
Yeah, for the movies.
I don't know about in real life, but yeah, it's a debate. It's like potato.
There's no debate.
I've never heard anybody call it potato personally.
They
I
had to
don't
be
think I
from
have.
somewhere else.
Yeah. Where? Mars?
Tomato or tomato.
I've never heard tomato either.
No. I'm going to throw a bunch of tomatoes at you. What is that?
I agree.
Well, in that neck of the woods, they
Yeah.
call it Caribbean. With the
Mhm.
places that I've been,
Mhm.
I've called it Caribbean. It's just
I've called it Caribbean.
It kind of
Yeah.
rolls off a little bit smoother. But Caribbean is in Bonaire, Curacao, and a couple of other in Freeport, Bahamas. They call it Caribbean.
I
There
gotcha.
will be some off.
I've even heard, I've even heard it called Carabino in England.
That's England.
Why would you not?
I know. I'm just
Everything's
saying.
special there.
Yeah,
They can't spell color. What would you think?
I agree with that too. I tell you that. What though? Did you see?
I know we have a listener who's going to call us.
I
right?
know. I know.
And we welcome her.
Did you see? And you probably didn't. This guy, he is a fan. He was at the Orioles baseball game. He had season tickets. He was a dad. He was there with his wife and 3-year-old daughter. The daughter was in a stroller. And one of the hitters for the other team, the Cleveland Guardians, I hate that name, but anyway. It would have been, honestly, the ball would have, it appeared like it literally was going to leave the park. I mean, this guy smacked the mess out of this ball, which, this dad with a stroller, drink, and cell phone in his hand caught it with the other hand. It was an amazing catch.
Drink,
Caught on-
cell phone, and stroller.
And stroller's right behind him.
He's run out of hands already.
Yeah, I mean,
Open your mouth,
it's
dude.
even on video. It is epic. And the crowd went nuts. It's been all over like
I
the
didn't
sports
see that.
news. I got it right here. I can show it to you. But yeah, but I saw it last night. They were talking about it. He has season tickets. It's the first time he's ever caught a ball with a baby,
Wow.
a drink, and a phone.
Well, go
Put him on the team.
Buy yourself a lottery ticket, dude.
No doubt. That was
that's
pretty
a
cool.
One in a lifetime.
Yes.
Okay, I found a Tesla for sale, slightly used. It's,
Oh, Lord.
Oh,
okay,
is that
y'all
the
want
one that was burnt to? Well, go
Nope,
ahead with the
nope,
story.
nope. Another scary time for a lady out there in Arizona. It gets hot out there. The Scottsdale grandmother loaded her 20-month-old granddaughter into her Tesla, securing her into her car seat, preparing for a trip to the zoo. She closed the passenger door, then walked to the driver's door. It had locked itself.
Oh, no.
No problem. Renee Sanchez had a key. Problem. The battery had died. The key was useless.
That's why I start busting windows out.
So she used the app on her cell phone, and it did not work either. A frantic call to 911 had firefighters responding to help. First comment from the first firefighter on the scene, God, Tesla. The car, according to the Sanchez lady, and verified by Tesla, is supposed to give a warning when the battery is low before it dies. Tesla confirmed that the warning failed to happen. Whoops. After 20 minutes, the baby begins crying. It's getting hot. Lots of action around the car. Grandma tells them to rip that car in half if they need to. Didn't come to that quite. Tape the glass to prevent shards of the glass going everywhere. Then they used an axe to enter through the window.
Wow.
I would have busted every one of my windows out.
The baby was retrieved unharmed, obviously distressed, and the extreme heat in Scottsdale did not help a bit.
I guarantee you.
This young lady, the Tesla owner, who had been singing the praises of her car since she bought it a few years ago, says she's no longer a big fan.
Nope.
Probably had the lot tomorrow.
Yep.
Trading it in.
A story that seems to be making the rounds across the country. Electric or whatever. I don't care what kind of vehicle you got. A manual escape hatch. You've got to have some kind of a manual escape mechanism set up in this car to either get out from the inside, which Tesla says they had, but they didn't tell the owners where it was.
That's right, because you talked about that
Yeah,
the other
last
day.
week.
There was a hat.
But there needs to be some way. And what is the problem, people, with using your key to put it in the door lock and go click?
You should be able to, yes.
It should not
They
depend
need to
on
be-
electricity.
I see a
Batteries
retail.
die at the
Yes.
wrong time.
Yes. It's just like having to charge your cell phone. And if you don't and it dies, then you're out. But I couldn't imagine having to stress out over a car.
I'm not a fan of any car that doesn't have an actual key that can open the doors.
Right.
Even when everything else is dead. Mechanical. Put it in there and you go click. You can hear that big
They should.
resounding click.
Exactly. That's
There's
why.
a story about the man who goes to his car to open the car door for his wife to get in.
Yes.
It wouldn't. He tried the key fob. It wouldn't open.
Uh-oh.
So he goes around. He can't find a hole to put the key in
What?
on the passenger side.
There's not one?
Have you checked your car?
No, I haven't.
He had to go around to the driver's side.
Okay. I've
Oh,
never
a
noticed
lot of
that.
the cars don't have any key accesses anywhere except the driver's side. I think that's a problem too, because even mechanical things can fail. They can freeze up. They can do whatever. Right? Had it happen.
True.
Okay.
Well, I got something for you.
Okay, go ahead.
We all know that have a fear of going to space. Okay, it's just, I don't know.
Is there
Me
some-
and Lee've had this
Do you
conversation many
think
times.
somebody's going to kidnap you, throw you in a spaceship?
No,
and
it's
go?
just
Are you
so
talking
there's
about
no
the ones
way
that can't
you'll
get
just-
back home?
Yes.
Yes.
So, and my grandson is he wants to be an astronaut. And He's
Uh-huh.
very big on space and he watches all these launches. And, now we've got 2 astronauts stranded at the space station because their ship and I'm going to get to that in a minute, their ship has issues and they can't get them back to Earth. They were only supposed to be there a week.
They've been there.
And their
3
luggage
weeks, I
never
think now.
went with them to begin with. They had to ferry the luggage up to them to begin with. This is worse
Well,
than
why
flying
don't
on
they
an
catch the
airline.
ferry bus back?
Yeah, I know, right? So, and this is a Boeing. Boeing built this thing to try to compete with, SpaceX or whatever. Now, my daughter and I were talking about this last night because this has bugged us from the beginning. First of all, they were the first ones on this ship to get there. I wouldn't want to be the first.
I'm
So
never a
there's
fan
that.
of being one.
This launch had been delayed like 3 times
Yep.
because every time they try to launch it, one time almost with like less than 5 minutes or 10 minutes to go, they found another problem.
Mhm.
Yay. So this time there's 4, they found, well, they knew there was a helium leak before they launched this last
before
time.
they
And
even
see, I would have said,
launched.
I'm not going.
I
but
would have
I'm-
said, I'm
I said,
out.
my family says I can't do it. And like my daughter said, she said, Mom, I think 3rd time's a charm. They should have, after all these other ones, they should have said, you know what? Something's trying to keep us here on Earth. We need to just stay down here. So now they're stuck up there.
Mhm.
Don't know when they're going to come back.
Well, if you
Hope they
read
took a lot
further
of
into
extra
that
meals.
well,
story,
they didn't. They only were supposed to be there a week.
NASA is saying that it's not a problem.
and
NASA ain't up there.
and
They're
Boeing,
saying that they can launch and come back safely.
Boeing, who built the
Oh
ship,
my-
is saying. So they're
Yeah.
frantically trying to figure out how to get them back. And as of last night, they said, "Look, we don't know how long it's
Well,
going to be."
wouldn't have the first helium crack, giving you a hint
That's
that
what I'm
maybe we
saying.
better just hang loose here on Earth?
That's what
for a
I would have
while?
said. I would have been like, NASA, I don't know how much y'all are paying me for this, but clearly ain't gonna be
Right.
enough. I'm not going.
And
If I were their family members, I'd be like, no, you're not going.
yeah, they suffered more stress,
Yeah.
issues with more helium leaks.
Well,
And
now
I'm
they're
like,
saying 4 more and 5 malfunctioning thrusters. Now, I don't know how many thrusters are on. I
They're
would
about to
assume a
run
lot.
out.
But you playing with fire here. I mean, no. And can you imagine you plan for X amount of time? They've only got so much food because they only plan for so much. And now you can't get back. They only pack so many. I mean, why do you need luggage? I mean, in space, don't you wear that spacesuit all the time? I mean, I don't know.
Well, I do think you have clothes on underneath it.
Okay, that would make sense, I guess. Well, then yesterday, them or some of the other people, I don't know how many people's on this space station right now. It's usually like, 4 or 5, something like that.
Maybe more than
Different
that.
countries.
Yeah.
So, yeah, not just all Americans. Well, they were going to do a spacewalk. And
Oh,
as
no.
they were trying to go to the final door, they powered up their little suits to keep them comfortable. It was malfunctioning. So they had to scrap that. And the spacewalk was to fix something with the space station. This is a hot mess, Rayford. And this right here is why I would not go to space.
It reminds me back in the early days of space
Yeah.
missions that I kept,
Yeah.
we watched them all.
I watched
every
them
one
all,
of
but
them. But
don't want to go.
There was this cartoon, I think it was in Saturday Evening Post.
Mhm.
I remember it distinctly. 2 astronauts in the capsule. You see the little captions up there 10, 9, 8, yada, 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 right?
Yeah.
And so one of the spacemen to be looks at the other one and says, "You do realize that we're getting ready to be blasted off into space with all of these explosive devices on here by the people who had the lowest bid."
I know exactly who said that, and I agree with you. And you got to think about that.
Oh, yes, you do.
I mean, I can just imagine. I know they get major sight tests, but I don't care who you are. This could definitely cause a big degree of anxiety when you know
Yeah,
there's a
that could-
problem.
You're
and
going to have to get another
You're
couch.
stranded. Yeah, I mean this. I could see this for these astronauts. I don't care how tested they are. This is stressful for them.
I got a suggestion for you.
What?
You know, I'm into promotions a lot, right?
Yeah.
Why don't you get you one of those astronaut type seats that they have on the spaceships? Get a used one. I'm sure you can find one surplus
Oh, I'm
somewhere.
sure
eBay's
somewhere.
got one.
Yeah.
And you can put that in your office. All you astronauts there who have
Yeah,
had
come on.
issues,
Yeah.
come on down.
Come on down here.
No,
Yeah.
you get one crazy patient, just hit the button.
Yeah, that's true.
Had a round of severe thunderstorms over parts of eastern North Carolina yesterday. At least we got a little bit of badly needed rain. Some places got a lot more. The National Weather Service issued a watch in the beginning. My radios kept lighting up, indicating conditions were developing and that severe weather was possible. As the afternoon unfolded, weather alert radios activated as a line of thunderstorms blew through parts of the east. When threats of severe weather are unfolding, hopefully you start preparing. You better, at least in your thought processes, what you would do just in case. My wife yesterday immediately dropped the large umbrellas she has on the deck. First thing, no need for those pieces of wood and large cloth and metal to go airborne. That could be a problem. Then she made sure all the critters were inside and that the doors were secured to keep them from going. The little things that should come up automatically, and that's what you should do if you have a plan of action. Severe thunderstorms can produce dangerous lightning and strong winds. Both can be problematic, and both can interrupt your power. While mostly an inconvenience, as the power crews around here can usually get the juice flowing in short order, it could become a problem. The severe weather brought to you by John Stars Electric. These days, mid-afternoon power failures, while annoying, can become irritating, especially if you're in the middle of preparing the evening meal. Think about that one, y'all who cook. You got your electric stove going, you've got your broiler going, you're cooking something, you're half cooking it,
You lose the
click.
power. Yep.
Now, where do you start?
I've had that happen to me before,
I'm sure
years
you
ago,
have.
but yes,
Mhm. A half-cooked dinner is not very
it's
pretty.
not good at all.
While that might not be the only reason to reach out and have John Starr's team get you hooked up with the Generac generator, it's a pretty good byproduct. I'm not sure how many others have spent the night while the wind was blowing, was howling, the rain sounding like it was going to beat holes in your roof, sitting in total darkness just adds to the misery. It ain't pretty, but it could get worse. Depending on the severity of events like tornadoes and hurricanes, you could be stuck for several days, maybe even longer without air conditioning, with the ice melting in your freezer, food thawing out, not being able to cook, and there's no hot water. Now might be the year that you want to bite the bullet. You've talked about it. Maybe you should do something about it. John Stars Electric has Generac generators in stock. Give them a call today. Get that ball rolling, 910-989-1908. Why would you not want to power up your life with a John Stars Generac generator? We'll take a short break, and then we'll return with your weather outlook after these messages.
87.1. Is your phone messing with your savings plan? Don't get stuck paying for things you don't want. With Verizon, you only pay for what you need. And for a limited time, when you bring your own phones to a Verizon store, you'll get an amazing price on your plan. Plus, you'll save on things you actually love, like the Netflix and Max with Ads bundle. And it's on our award-winning 5G network. Bring your phones to your Verizon store today for an incredible deal. A better plan to save is Verizon. Additional terms and conditions apply.
Discover, this is Daniela.
Hi, it's Jennifer Coolidge. I just want to thank you for making me feel so special. I earned cash back on debit for my dinner party groceries.
That's great. But with Discover Cash, we give everyone cash back on everyday purchases. Anything else I can help you with?
Do you like asparagus and mushroom sorbet? I've got leftovers.
Introducing Discover Cashback Debit, a checking account with cash back. It pays to Discover. Eligibility and terms at discover.com/cashback debit. Discover Bank, member FDIC.
A plan every adult family member should consider is the pre-arranged funeral. It's the worry-saving thing to do for your family. Making pre-arrangements helps to alleviate the additional stress on family members that can come with arranging a loved one's funeral. Jones Funeral Home's prepaid funeral plan helps remove confusion. They make a practical evaluation of costs possible, and it's the best way to take an unpleasant task off the shoulders of the family. Call Jones Funeral Home at 455-1 1281.
With locations in Jacksonville, Richland, Swansboro, and Holly Ridge.
Flatwoods Outfitters, veteran owned and operated, 111 Second Amendment Lane, just off Highway 24 between Swansboro and Jacksonville. And Hubert takes this time to ask you to join them in celebrating America's 148th birthday this Independence Day, July 4th. Serving Eastern North Carolina for over 40 years, Flatwoods Outfitters is Onslow County's oldest firearm dealer and is one of the most complete sporting and firearm facilities in Eastern North Carolina, right here in your backyard. Complete with a shooting range and instruction, Flatwoods Outfitters carries all major brand names of shotguns, long guns, pistols, and ammunition to bag your limit for whatever game is in season, from bear to dove. Flatwoods Outfitters also takes pride in helping you protect your Second Amendment rights and recommends that you take advantage of their outdoor shooting range to learn how to safely handle any firearm for personal safety or sporting. At Flatwoods Outfitters, you can sight in your scope and use your shooting or archery range. If you're interested in a concealed weapon permit, Flatwoods Outfitters can help with that also. So, whether you are a sportsman or concerned about personal safety, let your friendly and knowledgeable staff at Flatwoods Outfitters assist you. For range hours, call 910-353-7593. That's 910-353-7593. Veteran owned and operated. Flatwoods Outfitters, 111 Second Amendment Lane, Hubert, where they aim to preserve our hunting heritage, wildlife, and constitution. Flatwoods Outfitters, where they aim to please. Home Connections of Beulahville is connecting people with the American dream of home ownership. In addition to single wides, double wides, and modular homes, Home Connections offers custom building and land home packages throughout Eastern North Carolina just for you. Whether it be a single wide, double wide, modular home, or custom built dream home, Home Connections will make it happen. Home Connections sincerely wants you to have the American dream, your own home. Home Connections features homes by Clayton with a variety of floor plans and amenities to choose from, and many finance options available. Home Connections can make home affordable and simple. 50% of new home buyers at Home Connections are through referrals, and references are gladly provided. For your convenience, Home Connections in Beulahville is now open from 9 to 6 Monday through Friday and 9 to beautiful homes, friendly staff, and finance. All you need to do now is call Bobby or Reggie, 910-298-3387. That's 910-298-3387, or visit ourhomeconnections.com.
Home Connections, Highway 24, Beulahville, on your way to and from the beach.
It's live and local. Real Talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
The Marine Forecast sponsored by the Team That Cares, Community Prevention Services. This is for you, parents. Listen up. Are you looking for accurate information on the latest substance misuse trends among youth? Real information, nothing hype, just the facts, Jack. Kids will be kids. We know that. We've heard that forever. The problem these days is that our children face so much more pressure from friends, from those who want to take advantage of them, than at any time in our history. I'm pretty sure that if you're honest with yourself, you'll realize that you really don't know a lot about what goes on in the world where your children live. Our lives are busy. We know that. We're loaded with work, with obligations, with worries about making better lives for our families. We're worried with politics. We're worried about inflation. We're just worried, right? Sometimes we may miss the signs of growing problems inside our own family. If only for help in identifying potential problems. For your peace of mind, why not check with the folks at Community Prevention Services? They undergo never-ending training sessions so they can stay ahead of the issues. It allows them to help you. Give them a call. Make an appointment, 910-353-072. You'll be happy to know that nothing you discuss will ever be discussed or shared with anyone else. Community Prevention Services, 918 Henderson Drive in Jacksonville. Easterly winds offshore today out to 20 nautical miles, 10 to 15 knots, east 3 to 4 feet. 3-foot waves from the south, 6 seconds apart today. Sounds and rivers a moderate chop. Southwesterly winds tomorrow, 5 to 10, seas 2 to 3. Sounds and rivers a light chop. A chance of showers and thunderstorms tomorrow. Thursday, southwesterly winds 10 to 15, seas around 3 feet. Sounds and rivers a moderate chop.
Today, sunny, high of 91. Tonight, clear, low of 69, with a little bit of patchy fog. Tomorrow, sunny, high of 95. Tomorrow, the heat index value goes back up to 105, so please be careful. Tomorrow night, clear, low of 75. Oh, I like it, but it's still very warm.
Yes, it is.
Thursday, yay, showers and thunderstorms likely. Otherwise, between that, partly sunny, high of 94. And then the same for Thursday night. And then Friday only looks like 40% chance. That's a meh, but sunny, high of 93.
Meh.
Yeah. Just, the weekend don't look rainy as of now, but I think that may change.
Yeah, well,
I'm right there with you.
there is a chance of showers or thunderstorms every day
Every
between
day.
now and September 15th.
Let me check tropical tidbits.
You'll be more accurate if you say that than you will be if you try to pinpoint something else.
This is our guest.
Okay, we'll say we have a guest.
Yeah.
Or is he
Yes,
calling?
Chairman Jason Simmons of the NCGOP. That should be him calling.
And I bet this is him. Hey, Jason, how are you?
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Rayford. We got Kelly and we got Lee here.
Hi, good morning.
Hi, Jason.
Jason Simmons with the, let's say they call that the Grand Ole Party.
The
Where's your
Grand
party
Ole
today?
It is all over the country.
I keep reading about it.
It just seems so strange to have Jason calling in after all the years of having Michael. you know?
I was going to say, hey, Michael, how you doing? Well,
Yeah.
no, it's Jason. Hey, Jason, how you doing? Everything good?
That's all good. Thank you for having me this morning.
Well, thank you for taking the time. Okay, so you took over the reins here. Are you wishing to surrender them yet? Are you ready to fight?
We're ready to fight every day. You look at what's going on, and we need everybody involved.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, how are you adjusting to becoming since you've become the NCGOP chairman?
Very smooth. Great team, and more importantly, great leaders across the state who are very good at what they do, and it's been wonderful working with them.
And last month's convention?
All reports fantastic.
Yeah.
We had a great time, and everybody left enthused and ready to go, especially as you see what's going on across the country and across our state.
It was a good convention. No drama coming out of this one.
You know,
Indeed.
I keep reading stories here and there, and I hear some from disgruntled Republicans here and there, and they say, the party is in a mess. They're split up. Are you getting back together, or was it ever split?
I would say, like anything, when you're going through primaries, when you're going through moments, you're always going to have individuals who have different perspectives, different ways of wanting to go forward. But at the end of the day, we're all united on one thing, and that's beating Democrats and making sure that Joe Biden is defeated in November. He's just been a disaster repeatedly on every decision. And so Republicans are very united on winning in November, taking back the White House, and winning up and down the
Line up for just a second. Last time, last week, we kept electing or re-electing a Democrat for our governor. Even pretty much every year, we have more people in North Carolina voting for a Republican for president. How does this make any sense? I'm confused.
Well, what you see is Republicans, unaffiliated, as well as Democrats, as they go to the ballot box, federally, we've seen it time and time again, they'll vote for Republican candidates for various reasons, especially when you're looking at the cost disparity on spending. Democrats continue to have an advantage there. When we're looking at these down ballot races, it's again making sure that we appeal to everyone, unaffiliated Democrats, that especially align with us ideologically, but the registration doesn't reflect that, and making sure that we make our case to them why Mark Robinson, Dan Bishop, all of our candidates up and down the ballot would be better off to represent them in Raleigh, in their local communities. You've got just a record repeatedly shown that Democrats need to have a failed policy, failed agenda for North Carolinians. And Roy Cooper, especially, who just continues to take credit for nothing more than what's going on with the Republican supermajorities in the legislature. We need an actual partner for our legislature. That's why Mark Robinson is the man to get that done.
And up until very recently, I think especially all Republicans and probably the vast majority of those who are unaffiliated thought that Mark Robinson would be the man to beat, not the man who had to beat somebody else. But there's some talk, especially in those western counties in the western part of the state, the central part of the state, where a lot of folks are saying, maybe he's not the man we thought he was, especially among the unaffiliated. What are you hearing?
I think you're seeing with Robinson somebody who really has broad appeal, somebody who hasn't been a career politician, who hasn't been groomed, who is a man of the people, not somebody that is really a product of the coastal elites and just ultra liberal. You're going to have in somebody in Josh Stein, who is the most liberal candidate we've ever had on the ballot, and that's saying a lot. And so making sure you have in Mark Robinson somebody who actually is going to represent all North Carolinians and do a great job in that.
Well, as an observer, I would look at Josh Stein as the person I would look at his entire career record, except for the last 3 months, which this is about the only time he's done anything or tried to do anything during the entire time I've known him as a public official. Anybody disagree with that? I got a lot of head shaking.
Not me.
So that's what, if I was pushing for the Republican nominee, that's what I would be doing, taking a serious look at the other guy's history, because his history is non-existent.
I agree. Very much so. Well, so Jason, what's your feelings about the upcoming presidential debate? Are you excited? Are you having popcorn? Is there a Zoom party?
Oh, yeah. No, you're looking at Thursday's debate, and it's going to be one of those historical moments. You have in Joe Biden an individual who's going to have to answer for his disastrous record, his historic inflation, the border invasion. I mean, time and time again, he has shown incompetence in the job. And you compare and contrast that with President Trump, it's going to be very clear and decisive. You have in President Trump a man who's got significant accomplishments, and Americans, time and time again, poll after poll, are looking forward to returning to President Trump in those record. The economy, time and time again, we get records. And in President Biden, you've got an individual, his record is a disaster. And we've hit records in the wrong direction. Record inflation, record gas prices, record home prices, record heating and air costs, energy costs. So the debate's going to be very clear. As you see Joe Biden, I mean, he's in prep right now just to be able to stand up for 90 minutes and get through a debate, while President Trump, he's ready to go right now. And we're looking forward to the debate and looking forward to how President Trump is just going to make Joe Biden accountable for his decisions.
Do you think that Biden, the only thing I can think about that he's going to go after is going to be, you're a convicted felon and yada, 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 yada. I can hear that time and again and again. I mean, he's already doing it. I don't know how that's going to play out in a debate. 90 minutes is a long time, and that's your only thing you're going to be talking about. That's not too good. And you've also, I guess the judge has discounted the fact that, Trump is not going to be under a gag order during this time. So that's apparently pretty good news. So he can say what he wants to say. Do you think he will?
Well, I think what you're going to see is 90 minutes of just get your popcorn ready, as mentioned. You're going to have in President Trump an individual who's going to have a clear record. And in Biden, again, the southern border, the economy, time and time again, the two issues that matter most to people, he's got to be able to put forward a message that's going to be clear on why he's done what he's done, because these are things that occurred with decisions. These aren't accidents in what we're dealing with. These are deliberate decisions that Joe Biden and his administration put in place, and we are suffering those consequences. And so we're looking forward to President Trump making that case and holding Joe Biden accountable.
Pretty much every poll that's been conducted, the people agree that our southern border is the worst situation out there. And it should be the worst case scenario for Joe Biden. However, with it's what's coming from the Democrats is we put something out there, a bipartisan deal, and the Republicans wouldn't go along with it. And we had a way to deal with this border problem, but now they just want to wait until Trump is in office to show that he gets the credit for it. I mean, that's what I'm hearing. What are you hearing?
Well, what you're seeing is with Biden, an individual who took over 90 executive actions to weaken the border. You had the border under President Trump in a manner where you had the Remain in Mexico policy. You had the construction on the border wall. You had items that were being put in place that curtailed the flow of illegal immigration. Joe Biden, with executive decision and executive order, time and time again, weakened those things. Any action that the Congress was trying to do was a Band-Aid to that. And Republicans saw what they were trying to do. And Joe Biden could go back and put those 90-plus executive orders back in place and continue to put resources into the border to curtail that. Because what we've seen is just the recent report, 8 members of ISIS that came across the border and have been released. Where are they? What are they doing? An individual in Gates County arrested on the terror watch list. Why is he here? What is he doing? These are questions that all of us have. We all welcome legal immigration. We welcome those individuals that are pursuing the American dream. But those individuals that have crossed the border and done so in an illegal manner has continued to put a strain on our economy where we're paying billions of dollars every year to be able to take care of the welfare of these illegal immigrants. And then we've got the concerns on the public safety side of why are they here, what are they doing when they have nefarious reasons. Joe Biden is going to only be able to put forward divisiveness and demonizing of President Trump and Republicans, and that's what we're going to continue to see from Democrats.
One of the things that I have to do is I have to play the devil's advocate, so don't take it personal or anything. Joe Biden and the Democrats have said, well, you know what, Mr. Trump, you had 4 long years to get something done at the border, and now you say you can do it in, the flipping a light switch or whatever. Do it immediately if you're the president. If you couldn't do it in 4 years, why would we think you could do it quickly?
Well, again, I go back to those 90-plus executive orders that Joe Biden took that weakened and allowed now over 10 million illegal immigrants. That's the size of North Carolina's population. That's what's come across our border in 4 years. President Trump can go back with those 90-plus executive orders, put resources and policies in place to restrict the flow of illegal immigration until we can have a comprehensive bill that comes out of the legislature that closes the border once and for all.
What are we going to do with those 10 million that are already here? Is that the 51st state, by the way?
Well, I think you've heard President Trump call for the largest mass deportation. A lot of these individuals are dangerous individuals that should not be in our country. Again, we welcome those that come to our country legally to pursue the American dream. But those that have come across our border illegally put serious strain on our welfare system as well as on our public safety.
Jason, do you think, what's the consensus on Biden being able to last the full 90 minutes?
We shall see. I think that's why you also had President Trump call for drug testing going in and out of the debate, making sure that you had an individual who could actually get through the debate. I think we're going to see an individual that's going to struggle. But again, nonetheless, it's going to be a very clear and decisive. We have a very binary choice this November between more of the same failed policies of Biden versus going back to President Trump and those successful record that we had during his administration.
Well, if he won't release his physical records and he won't take a cognitive test, what makes us think he's going to take a drug test that will show anything
Steroids.
Yeah,
I'm
it's a
sorry,
point.
just a point.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that was
Well,
rude. But
and it's amazing today where we are being told, don't believe what you're seeing on these videos of Biden stumbling and just looking lost as he's on stage or out on the world stage. Again, it's very clear that Joe Biden is not where he needs to be physically, mentally to be president.
And one more question. With this being on CNN, do you foresee this being a fair debate as far as, the mute button and et cetera, et cetera?
Again, President Trump said anytime, anywhere, and he is going into the lion's den. This is a 3-on-1. I still like President Trump's odds in an unfair fight.
Right.
Hey, Jason, appreciate it. I'm
Thank you.
glad to meet you. I'd like to meet you in person one day.
Looking forward to it. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jason.
You handled this very well. Let's take a break. You're live and local. Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m. WSME. We'll be right back.
WSME.
When it comes to paint and paint supplies, whether a contractor or homeowner, since 1957, people have depended on Jacksonville's premier paint store, CNS Paint, for all their paint, painting supplies, and accessories, as well as providing expert knowledge in helping with a particular paint project. CNS Paint, with locations in Jacksonville at 6 Doris Avenue, 504 Cedar Point Boulevard, Cedar Point, and 105 Wayne Drive, Morehead City. CNS Paint is close and convenient to cover the Crystal Coast with quality PPG paint. Project, residential or commercial. Color is often the first impression of a home or community. PPG's team of designers, experienced in both new home construction and residential repaint, have compiled over 2,000 color schemes to provide you with a selection that appeals to homeowners. A beautiful and lasting paint job starts with quality PPG paint. For more information, phone 910-455-0210 or visit CNS Paint, 6 Stars Avenue, Jacksonville, 504 Cedar Point Boulevard, Cedar Point, or 105 Wayne Drive in Morehead City, or online, cspaintcenter.com. CNS Paint, Jacksonville's premier paint store since 1957.
Looking for a job? Full-time? Part-time? Il Cigno Italiano Restaurant wants you. We're currently hiring for hostesses, servers, bartenders, and dishwashers. Il Cigno Italiano is a family-owned, fast-paced restaurant that offers the best in fine dining on the Crystal Coast. If you're hardworking, reliable, professional, and have a desire to always strive for better, we want to talk to you. Make great money and be a part of an outstanding, dedicated team. Il Cigno Italiano on West Corbin Avenue in Swansboro.
Mills International Incorporated, your local Cub Cadet dealer, is ready for summer. And you should be too, with the Cub Cadet Ultima Series. Come today and see how these zero-turn mowers have stepped up control with traditional lap to a familiar steering wheel experience. Four-wheel control provides precision, maneuverability, and stability on a variety of terrains, including hills up to 20 degrees. Adjustable automotive-inspired high-back seat lets you comfortably cut at your maximum speed, while a heavy-duty mowing deck powers your yard for a premium cut. Combine steering wheel control with premium features of the Cub Cadet Ultima Series, and you get a zero-turn mower ready to unlock the possibilities of your lawn. Head to your local Cub Cadet dealer, Mills International Incorporated, at 801 South Queen Street, Kinston, for exceptional offers, expert advice, and a superior service.
Have you gotten your copy of Topsail Times newspaper this week? If not, did you know that Topsail Times is Topsail area's only local newspaper in print? Started a little over a year ago, we now have over 1,500 online subscribers and 5,000 printed copies that go out every 2 weeks. And we never charge our readers. Information should be free to our readers, and we stick by that. Looking for an idea for date night? Want to learn some local history? How about asking a veterinarian about your pet? These things and more are available in each copy of the Topsail Times newspaper. Want to get the word out about your business? We offer great rates for full color ads, and the online paper version is always included for free. Need help designing the perfect ad? We can do that too. We're always looking for human interest stories, so start writing. And we love local photos too. Check out our website at topsailtimes.net, where you can find out where to pick up a copy or check out our latest publication online.
Vacation season is here. That means fishing and fun. Make sure your car or truck is ready for the road with a visit to Battlefield Automotive, 1214 West Corbin Avenue in Swansboro. If your check engine light is on, you may be looking at an expensive repair bill down the road, complicated by extreme temperatures and an engine that's not prepared to handle it. The pros at Battlefield Automotive can and charging system, charge and repair air conditioning system, cool, and tune up your engine. They do everything from oil changes to brakes, and they carry a complete line of accessories. Battlefield Automotive are experts in both domestic and foreign car and truck repair and guarantee all their work using only AS certified mechanics. So, whether it's a battery, a simple hose, tune up, or just getting your ride ready for a getaway, call 910-325-0828. Visit Battlefield Automotive today, 1214 West Corliss Road, in the friendly city by the sea in Swansboro. Again, for Battlefield Automotive, call 910-325-0828.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Okay, we're back in the studio and we have some special guests today. We have Victoria Morales with Alonzo Memorial Hospital, and she's brought in special guest Samantha Connolly. She is a human resources director.
Can I get a job? I mean, just asking, just in case.
I mean, I'll do my best to get you something.
Kelly doesn't want me to have a job over there. She says I'm not polite enough.
No,
Yeah.
you don't want it.
Alonzo is having a big job fair again.
We are.
Yeah,
Yes.
seems to be a shortage of nurses nationwide.
Yes. Actually, we are experiencing the same nursing shortage as everyone else in the country right this second, all other hospitals. So we've been trying to think of a bunch of different ways to, hopefully combat that. But yeah, our next event is actually tomorrow. And it's going to be for our RNs, PNs, and CNAs from 4 to 6 at the hospital, the education building.
Very good. And what can they expect when they go in there?
So we'll have probably cupcakes, something small for them to munch on, some waters, and then they will have the opportunity to meet with all the directors from each of the units, so like Surgicare, or OR, ED, IMCU, all the different units. And then really just, it's going to be more relaxed. They'll have the chance to just go talk to them, kind of get to know about the hospital, meet with all different directors if they don't know what unit they're kind of interested in. And then if they are interested and the manager's interested, we can do on-the-spot interviews as well.
Did I just recently read somewhere, I think it was on one of your flyers that we posted for you, where, you're looking to hire RNs and there was a big bonus associated with that?
Yes. So right now we are offering up to $15,000 for RNs that are going to be full-time. But yes, there is a big bonus right this second.
That's nice.
That's pretty good.
That is good.
very
I was
good.
just thinking, what kind of medical experience can I have?
Well, I've been a victim of enough. I can tell you all the things that I've had.
See, I know how to take a temperature. That's a good job offer right there.
Yes.
Where are there just a lot of RNs, LPNs, CNs? Are there just a lot of them hanging around the area that are not working?
I wouldn't say they're not working. They just have because there's a vast majority of us that have the RN shortage. They pretty much have the pick of the litter on where they would like to go. And
So you're competing with everybody else.
Yep. Exactly. Yep.
Is I would imagine now the pay for RNs here at Alonzo Memorial, it pretty much is equal to what the other hospitals in the area.
Yes, we are very competitive in pay.
That's good to know. I remember the last time that I did visit the hospital. That's when my mom was in there back 3-4 years ago. And the nurses were great. I will say that. Wonderful. But, talking to them, none of them were actually from this area. They had come to this area. And that really surprised me.
Yeah, we've been trying to push the whole, we're near the beach,
Yes.
sand in the toes, have some fun. So hopefully I think that's been helping too.
Very good. Very good.
Maybe you should have a beach thing going.
A beach recruitment event.
Yeah, do it at the beach.
Yeah.
We just created a postcard that's going out, and it looks real, coastal theme, because again, I think for the area, it's affordable. We are in a great spot where we're close to the beach. We're close to a lot of different things. The market's getting a lot better. So this really is a great time for nurses to be coming this way and looking at Onslow as a place.
Okay. Let's take a quick break. We'll be back. We got plenty of time. You're live on local Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM WSME.
WSME.
Hey, Richlands Piggly Wiggly fam. Let's get these deals rolling and those grills fired up, because first up, we have prime center-cut sirloin steaks for a killer price at $7.99 a pound. You can't go wrong with some fresh quarter-sliced pork loins at $1.99 a pound. Nope, it's not a joke, just a darn good deal. Add some fresh strawberries at $5 for 2 pounds. It's love at first bite. You can't have fresh strawberries without blueberries, and we have local North Carolina grown blueberries, 2 pints for $5. Now that's a very good deal. Come get your summertime pick-me-ups at the Richlands Piggly Wiggly. Have a great week and stay piggy.
Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry, where we love to make you smile. Now proud to be working with Drs. Kim and Tommy Morgan, formerly Morgan Family Dentistry. The Jacksonville and Richlands Morgan offices of Lane & Associates Family Dentistry blends the latest technology with personal care and attention, so you have an amazing dental experience. The offices of Lane & Associates welcome all ages and accepts all major insurances, including military. Lane & Associates Family Dentistry has been serving the state of North Carolina for over 40 years, with 2 locations in Jacksonville, Richlands, and Maysville. Call for an appointment today at 877-LANE-DDS or online at lanedds.com. Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry.
Chico's Tires, 2320 Wilmington Highway is Jacksonville's oldest tire company, and now Jacksonville's newest tire company is Little Chico's, located at 1675 North Marine Boulevard. Little Chico's carries all the major brands and all sizes, such as Michelin, Goodyear, BF Goodrich, Bridgestone, and many others, and all new tires have warranty. In addition to a great selection of new tires, Little Chico's has used tires starting at only $30. In addition to new and used tires, Little Chico's does brake service, minor auto and truck repair, and towing. So if you need tires, new or used, brake service, minor auto or truck repair, or if you need a tow, visit Jacksonville's newest tire store, Little Chico's, 1675 North Marine Boulevard. By phone 910-333-0473 for Little Chico's Tire Service, located at 1675 North Marine Boulevard, right here in Jacksonville.
This just in, I think there's been a prison break, and reports are saying it's the Scorcher. Yes, the Scorcher has escaped and is running rampant across Comfortville. Apparently, he's targeting innocent air conditioning units. Yes, and wait a second. It seems that reports are flooding in of unfortunate citizens feeling uncomfortable, hot, and in extreme cases, I hesitate to say this on the air, people are even sweating. Wait a minute, we're now getting word there seems to be some sort of disturbance. Oh, Bryant Man is on the scene, and he has apprehended the Scorcher. All right. Tune in again for another tale of Bryant Man, always doing whatever it takes.
Call Down East Heating and Air Conditioning at 346-4311 and let them keep you comfortable this summer. Down East Heating and Air, serving our community for over 25 years. Down East can also help you with your home guttering needs. Call Down East today, 346-4311.
Attention property owners, are you fed up with bad tenants, under market rents, and late payments? At Fountain Management, we provide unrivaled levels of expertise and all the tools and services you need to make owning a rental property easy and profitable. Are you ready to talk about taking the management of your real estate investment to the next level? Well, contact us today. Fountain Management, 910-455-1609. We will make owning your rental property simple and rewarding.
Freedom 97.1 WSME.
It's live and local Real Talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Okay, we're against another break all of a sudden here because we ran overtime, as is normal for us this time of day when we start talking. It's Kelly's fault, as usual. I got your mic down. You can't even defend yourself. Let's take a break. Fox News is coming up. We'll be back on the other side. You're live and local Real Talk, Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
WSME, Camp Lejeune, W246CJ, Jacksonville.
News of Gianna Pelosi. WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange is on his way to the Mariana Islands to accept a plea deal with U.S. authorities, pleading guilty to espionage charges in exchange for time served. He spent more than 5 years in a London prison after publishing leaked military records in 2010 and 2011. His wife Stella, in a statement posted online.
A movement of people from all walks of life, from around the world, who support not just Julian and not just us and our family, but what Julian stands for, truth and justice.
Assange would return to his home in Australia. It's primary day in New York, and squad member Jamal Bowman is fighting to keep his House seat.
Bowman, who was elected to his seat in 2020, has support of most of his caucus, but Congressman Josh Gottheimer and Hillary Clinton have now backed his opponent, Westchester County Executive George Latimer.
Fox's Jessica Rosenthal. America's listening to Fox News.
Freedom 97.1.
WSME.
It's live and local. Real talk.
We're back. Are you a nurse? Have you been a nurse? Do you want to be a nurse? Onslow Memorial Hospital is looking for you. Like an Uncle Sam commercial, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Uncle Sam wants you. OMH wants you right now.
I love it.
We talked during the break a little bit. Yes, people will come and go, but obviously, as in a whole lot of the businesses in this area, many of the spouses of, male or female spouses of military personnel, they seem to come and they go, come in for a while, 3 years or whatever, then they move out. You find as well, do you have some young nurses here that are military spouses?
Yes, we have quite a few that are military spouses. So I think that's another thing when it comes to the shortage that we are trying to fight as well. Is just the influx of coming and leaving from the military.
We've noticed here. I've noticed, and some of the other businesses have noticed that there are a lot of Marines. Yeah, they as soon as they get out of Jacksonville, Camp Lejeune, they're just thrilled to death. But then suddenly, they're coming back home. They say, this is actually a pretty dang good place to live. Are we finding any of those folks with spouses coming back who may be nurses or want to be nurses?
So I have noticed a couple, and I've only worked with Onslow for about a year and a half now. So in that few time, I've noticed a couple, but I actually am in contact with a nurse right now who had left while I was here, and they are looking at moving back now.
Nice. Figured that might be good.
Yes.
And that'd be a good recruiting thing to go after those who were here and left and say, have you thought about it? Are you happy where you are? I think that's one of the recruiting things that a lot of headhunters use.
Yes. And I just do want to correct. I had listed her as human resources director. She's the recruiter, human resources recruiter.
Oh, okay.
So your go-to person, if you want to know anything about open jobs, benefits, Sam is that person to be in contact with, and she has a direct phone number and email address that she checks regularly, and we promote pretty actively.
Okay, and you're going to give that to Lee right now, and she's going to post it all over the big screen, and you'll be everywhere.
Yes.
What is that email?
So the email is going to be careers, so CAREERS @onslow.org.
Oh, well, that's easy.
Well, that's kind of easy. And that comes to you.
Yes.
Okay. That's
And
your
if for
Sam
some reason
contact.
I am not in the office, everyone else in the HR office has access to it as well. So it will always be answered.
Okay.
All right. I got it.
Okay, what other revenues or avenues are you looking at trying to find replacements or additions? Now, this is not all replacements. You guys have got more business, more people moving in. That mandates that you're going to have more business.
Correct.
Right? Any other avenues that you're looking at trying to recruit people?
Yeah, so we're trying to think of more outside of the box things. So like we just did a recruitment event at the axe throwing place.
Flipping Axe.
Yes. And that was a lot of fun and different. It's not something you see very often. Most times they're at the hospital or they're held at like, a big event center.
Whipping axe?
Flipping axe.
Flipping Axe.
Flipping axe. Anybody get hurt?
No one got hurt.
I'm just checking.
Well, at least they had medical on that scene.
Anybody have a black bag with them?
No, so that was a really fun event. We're trying out lunch with a nurse, and that's a weekly thing we're doing right now as well. So any interested RNs that are looking for a job, it gives them the opportunity to go out to lunch paid by Onslow, out in town, meet with one of our managers on the units. They'll get to learn about Onslow, ask any questions they have, and also another opportunity for an on-the-spot interview.
Are there any areas that you, like ER or whatever, that really you need people more than others?
I would say all of our units are definitely looking for people, but with our ED, our OR, our surgery care, those are more specialized units. So we definitely need people who are more experienced nurses. But then when it comes to IMCU, ICU, and our med-surg unit, we are looking for a lot of more, we love experienced nurses in general, but we will take our new grads as well.
Okay, a good training ground too.
Yes, exactly.
Very good. Very good. Yeah, I'm going to change this up a little bit.
Okay, let's. Got a caller maybe with a question. Good morning. Who's this? Hello. Hey, caller, you there? Nope, somebody's selling something.
They're like, what? Caller? What?
Are you looking? Obviously, you'd like to have nurses to come on just to stay as long as they can, and but you don't have any contracts that you signed that they must stay there for 3 years or 5 years or anything like that.
So if they do any of the bonuses do come with a contract.
Okay. Got it.
And that the year length of those depends based on the size of the contract. And then if they do the residency with us, which like our RN residency and our CNA residency, both give them, of course, experience in that field, and help them learn, go through different units, figure out where they want to be. But because we do pay for a lot of that, so for example, the CNA, we pay for them to go to school, we pay for them to do the testing.
ROI.
Yes. So because we do pay for a lot of their certifications throughout those processes, there is a contract with those as well.
Now, a lot of people have this thought process today. Even today, a nurse, it's a woman.
That's not true.
Well, a lot of people think. A lot of people think that.
The guys.
A lot. You like the guys?
They're so sweet.
Anyway, but
fun.
What kind of mixture do you have at Onslow?
I would say the mixture is honestly probably about the same in other hospitals as well. Women are more likely to go in the field than general.
Traditional.
So so we definitely probably have more women, but we do for sure have men as well. And we'll gladly take men RNs as well.
Okay.
Well, let me ask you this. Somebody that just graduated high school and not really sure what direction they want to take in their career, but is listening and it's like, nursing might be good. What would you advise them next?
I would probably start out getting my CNA license. A lot of the schools around here, like Coastal and Carteret, any of those around here, they offer you to be able to get your CNA license, which if you're interested, again, the hospital will help pay for you to get. But getting your CNA license through a lot of these schools, that also gives them a one-up when they want to get into RN school as well.
Cool.
Very good.
So you guys will help
young people listening.
Yes, right.
There's a good career for you.
Good opportunity for you. So let's go over this job fair again. When is it?
Tomorrow. So it's tomorrow, June 26th. It's going to be from 4 to 6 in our education building at the hospital.
And then you have another one the end of July 31st.
We do, yes. That one. So the one tomorrow is going to be for our RNs, LPNs, and CNAs, and then the one in July is going to be open for the entire hospital. So it'll be clinical and non-clinical.
Right.
Okay.
There's some jobs right there.
I don't have anything clinical I can do, can I?
No, you could probably be an experiment. What do you think, Kelly? He can be the experiment.
Well, way back in the day, I spent a lot of time in your morgue.
Oh, really? That's just strange to say.
I did crime scene work.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh, you're talking about nurses. How about doctors? What's the outlook on doctors for Onslow Memorial?
So our CMO, Dr. John Kohler, has been doing a really great job recruiting. I was just talking about a new hospitalist that I was touring with just last week. So we are excited that we have new faces, new people coming in. Our Onslow Surgical Clinic, which is one of our ambulatory locations. We have one new surgeon that started she started about a month ago, but she's already taking on patients. Dr. Nikki Downs, she is a breast surgeon, specializes in breast oncology, which is this area definitely
We
needs
never
it.
had that,
No,
right.
so we are very excited to have her on board. And then coming right after her, we have 2 other general surgeons coming. So I'll tell you, it's very much a place where these physicians want to be. They're excited
That's
to be,
great.
and we're excited to have them.
That's great because I've got friends that have to travel to Carteret or to Craven when it comes to the
Exactly.
breast surgery and
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
And, so that's great to know that we have someone here.
Oh yeah, and so we're very excited to be hiring, surgeons and specialists to be here and take care of our Onslow community, because you're right. A lot of people think that they have to travel, but if we have it here, you're in great hands at Onslow.
Very good. Very good. And your relationship with the Naval Hospital?
We have a good relationship with the Naval Hospital. We have a good relationship with all of our partners, including our UNC partners. So we appreciate all of those, especially when it comes to either physicians or, recruitment efforts. So we try to stay in really great contact with all of our partners.
Now, you're under Novent?
No, UNC.
UNC.
Yes.
That's
Okay.
New Hanover
UNC.
under
Yes.
Novent, I think. Yeah, I know they are. It's all there.
Yeah. I remember seeing something about Novent a while back. Were you once?
No.
Okay, so UNC.
UNC. Mhm.
Cool.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah.
I think there was some chatter way back when, but there were some negotiations going on, but
I remember. Yeah, it's been a while.
not serious.
But before that, I know there was talk at one time going under ECU or
Right.
yeah.
That was the other one.
It's been back. It's been years.
So that relationship's working out well.
Yeah. Our partnership with UNC has been excellent. They've been helping us a lot with our recruiting and retaining nurses. Yes.
That's very good. Very good.
Well, that's a great hospital
Yeah.
system, so it's a good one to be
Yes.
affiliated
Yes.
with.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And it's pretty well known throughout the world.
Oh yes.
So, okay. Ladies, thank you for coming in.
Always
we do
a
appreciate it. Good
pleasure.
luck tomorrow. I know you'll wow them.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Send me an email and remind me before we get to July 31st so I can repost that.
Oh
Okay.
yes, of
Yes.
course.
We'll keep up with it.
Of
Perfect.
course.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Thank
ladies.
you so much for having us.
Thank you. We do appreciate it. And thanks for what you do over there. I know Onslow has gotten on and again, off again, bad reps from time to time, but I think you guys are moving forward rapidly.
I've never had a problem.
Mhm.
Never. It's always been, with my parents, I was in and out of there so much with them, and excellent treatment.
Mhm.
Excellent.
We have a really great group, and it's been so nice to hear from our nurses, our staff, our team. We're just so ready to move forward and become what this community needs to support the healthcare here.
Right.
So
Okay.
80 more years.
And I was over there the day that Onslow opened at its current location
Oh,
for the grand opening.
I was back in the day sitting in the building while they were building it. We had contract for security on it back then.
She was one of those badge carrying.
Yeah, I
Club
watched
carrying.
those great big old rats running all around the floor. It was a spooky
Two-legged or
place at
four-legged?
night. Four-legged.
Oh, okay.
They were big.
well, I will be sending you an invite for our rededication event
nice.
on July 21st. So,
Okay,
Okay.
I wrote that down.
so I know you said you were there whenever
I was.
they dedicated.
You should go,
We're going to do
yes.
the rededication here soon. So
So
we're
I'm
Put that
excited
in my
about that.
calendar right now.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank
We're going to take a break.
you.
And
I should remember
looks like that little thing down there in the tropics has now moved over into the Caribbean. So we'll talk about that just a little bit.
Okay.
Hopefully it'll just go away.
I'd rather talk about hospital.
Yeah, me too. You're live in local Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM WSME. Don't go away. Weather is next.
WSME.
The deal for the grill is at Jones LP Gas and Oil Company each Friday. Every Friday from 8 a.m. till closing at 5, Jones LP Gas and Oil Company will fill your 20-pound LP gas grill cylinder for only $11. You heard that right. Each Friday till closing, you can have your 20-pound LP gas cylinder filled for only $11 at Jones Gas and Oil Company, 3881 Wilmington Highway in heart of Verona. In addition to saving money on your LP gas for the grill, Jones Gas and Oil is your full-service gas and oil company serving residential, commercial, and agricultural gas and oil needs, as well as gas appliances, LP replacement, parts, fill cylinders, and tankless water heaters, and they offer a 10% military discount on installation. Remember to get that cylinder filled every Friday until closing for only $11. Jones Gas and Oil Company, 3881 the Old Wilmington Highway, Verona. Phone 910-346-6384. For 40 years now, people throughout Jacksonville and Onslow County have trusted Barnes Diamond Gallery for all their jewelry needs for every special occasion. They understand that every day is a special event for someone, whether celebrating a wedding, anniversary, birthday, engagement, or graduation. Let Barnes Diamond Gallery custom design something for you. Barnes Diamond Gallery does on-site repair in addition to their quality and selection of diamonds, diamond fashion bands, pendants, watches, earrings, gemstone rings, and necklaces for anyone for any occasion. Major credit cards accepted. Layaway available. Barnes Diamond Gallery offers appraisals and paid top market prices for gold and silver. Barnes Diamond Gallery, 461 Western Boulevard, Suite 120, Jacksonville. Open 9:30 to 5:30, Monday through Friday.
If you're looking for a home, or perhaps you want to sell your house, why would you not pick a realtor that knows Eastern North Carolina? Candy Brown Thompson has lived her entire life in this area and knows the territory like the back of her hand. She's a realtor with Century 21 Champion in Jacksonville and is known as a professional that will do everything possible to find the right home to meet your needs. It matters not whether you're looking for a small starter home or you're ready for a larger home. Candy will stick her neck out and check out homes throughout the eastern part of the state. She's known to look high and low and show you as many houses as you want until you have found the perfect house you can turn into a home. Throughout the process, she'll treat you with grace, kindness, and integrity, and you'll love her sense of humor. For a realtor dedicated to her clients, give Candy Brown Thompson of Century 21 Champion a call at 910-787-5600. That's 910-787-5600.
The excitement of baseball has arrived in Jacksonville with the Jacksonville Ospreys Summer Collegiate Baseball Team. Playing their games in inaugural season at Jack Emmett Park in Jacksonville. Bring your family and friends. Catch the fun with games, promotions, and special events. Grab season passes, online tickets, and game times at JacksonvilleOspreys.com. Tickets just $10 at the gate. This summer, swing on over and score some fun with your own Jacksonville Ospreys.
Summer vacation season is here, and if your plans include hitting the road to do some traveling, then make sure to visit two Silent Service Centers on your to-do list. Travel safety starts with the tires on your vehicle. A trip to Silent Service Center will give you peace of mind, with the best value on all name brand tires, and the largest selection of used tires in the area. In addition to quality tires, Silent Service Center is a North Carolina inspection station and does complete brake service, oil changes, and alignment service. And what is really nice is there's no long wait time. Silent Service Center knows you are busy. We'll have you back on the road in a hurry. Silent Service Center, 1707 Lejeune Boulevard, Jacksonville, and 108 West Main Street, Havelock. Phone 910-353-4760.
When you need comforting, who do you call? An old friend, right? Jacksonville Heating Contractors services the heating and cooling needs of our area with dependable quality train systems, guaranteeing indoor comfort for your home or business. In addition to quality train systems, Jacksonville Heating Contractors offers 24-hour emergency service, NATE certified technicians, and over 50 years of experience and service you can trust. And with a Jacksonville Heating Contractor service agreement, you never pay retail for heating or cooling services and receive priority scheduling. Remember, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And in New Bern, you can call Trent Heating and Air Conditioning 252-633-2200. In Morehead City, Sea Air Heating and Cooling 252-247-1122. If you need service or repairs, just call an old friend. Jacksonville Heating Contractors, an independent train dealer. It's hard to stop a train. For deals on train systems and more, visit anoldfriend.com or call 910-347-2843.
It's live and local real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Okay, we're back. And a couple of callers. We'll get to one real quick like here. Good morning. Who's this? Hello.
Good morning, guys.
What's
I
up?
just thought I would call and say, is Lee there?
I'm sorry. You said you would call and say what? I'm sorry.
He wants those Lee
I would
here.
just call and say good morning, guys.
Guys, I assume you're talking about the two ladies I have here as well.
All of us.
Yeah, all y'all.
Yes.
All y'all are guys
Oh,
today.
yes.
Yeah, come on up.
And then, hang on a second here. Okay. All right. My car died on me. Had to restart it.
Is it a Tesla?
No.
Okay. No, not quite. It's a dog.
Who's Bobby?
And,
Hey, Bobby, what's going on?
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
I couldn't hear
Lee.
you. Yes.
Lee. Yes, I just called to say I love you. Now,
You're a mess.
that is, hey, that's from Lot Turner. You know? But anyway, my dear.
Oh,
you
this
have
is
a-
Lot. I swear you sounded so much
He
like
did sound
Bobby.
like Bobby, but
Yeah, you
it's
sounded
not.
like-
It's Lot Turner.
They're both crazy,
Are
and
they?
I love them both.
Oh, yeah. Hey, yes, but anyway, I just was listening to you guys, and I just wanted to call and say, you guys have a wonderful day.
You too.
Rod, we appreciate that, sir.
you
Thank
need to
you.
come in and see us one day.
Oh, I will. I
Good.
will. And then maybe we can reminisce
Yes.
about many, many moons together, my dear.
Yes, sir.
There may
That
be
would
some
be
things she
fun.
doesn't want to talk about. You never can tell.
Oh,
But I will be
I'm
happy.
an open
to
book. I'm an open book.
I'll be happy to have you talk all about her.
No, that's not going to happen.
Yeah, I got news. I got news for you, my man. We can get. Oh no, I'm not even going to go there.
Uh-oh. She just had a
What?
grimace on her face.
What?
All right.
All right, Lot.
All
Thank
right,
you.
Thanks, Lot.
All right, you appreciate it. Take care. Now, Bill, I know you're there. Just hang on for just a couple of minutes because we got to do a little bit of weather out here. And, the 8 o'clock advisory just came across for this mess that's down there in the Caribbean. It's crossed over into the Caribbean now. Western Caribbean, southwestern Gulf of Mexico area, westward moving tropical wave located over the southeastern Caribbean Sea is now producing disorganized showers. On thunderstorm. I don't know that I've ever seen an organized
It moved
shower.
on your
Yeah,
screen
I know
since
that's
we've been in
why
here.
we did the
Yeah,
8 o'clock
It
update.
I like
did
it.
move.
Yeah, it moves.
Environmental conditions appear conducive for slow development once the wave reaches the western Caribbean late this week. That's on the other end. It's got to cross all the way the Caribbean to get over there towards Central America. Now, that's when things will either develop or not develop bad the direction by the way things have been historically this year and other years as well. So we'll keep an eye out for you, but no reason to panic, no reason to run out and jump up and down. Not right now. If you want to do that, just wait. I'll tell you when you should do it.
You don't
How's
have
that?
to buy the bread and milk.
No bread, no milk. Don't go buy a truckload of it. It'll do you no good. The Marine Forecast, sponsored by the team that cares, Community Prevention Services. This is for you parents out there. If you're looking for accurate information on the latest substance misuse trends among youth, you need real information. Don't go getting some of that hype from the internet. Don't listen to your kids that just tell you whatever you want to hear. Just the facts is what they will give you, and that's what you need at Community Prevention Services. Kids will be kids. We've heard that forever. They'll be kids. The problem these days is that our children face so much more pressure from their friends, from those who want to take advantage of them, than at any time in our history. They did not have the internet way back when. They did not have all of these other opportunities that they now have. They did not have as much freedom. The parents are busy. If you're honest with yourself, you'll say that, yes, I don't have as much free time to be with my kids as I did at one time. Our lives are busy. We've got a lot of work to do. We've got obligations. We've got worries about making better lives for our families. And sometimes we may miss the signs of growing problems with our kids. If only for help in identifying potential problems. For your peace of mind, why not check with the fine folks there at Community Prevention Services? They undergo never-ending training. That means in-service training all the time, so they can stay ahead of the issues. It allows them to help you. Give them a call. Make an appointment. 910-353-0972. 910-353-0972. I guarantee you that you'll be happy to know that nothing you discuss will ever be discussed or shared with anyone else outside that office. Community Prevention Services, 918 Henderson Drive in Jacksonville. Offshore today, easterly winds 10 to 15 knots, seas 3 to 4, 3-foot waves coming from the south every 6 seconds. Sounds and rivers have a moderate chop. Tomorrow, southwesterly winds 5 to 10, seas 2 to 3 feet. Looking pretty good. Sounds and rivers a light chop. Southwesterly winds again on Thursday, kicking up just a little bit, 10 to 15 knots, seas around 3 feet. Sounds and rivers a moderate chop.
Today, sunny, high of 91. Tonight, clear, low of 69 with some patchy fog. Tomorrow, sunny, high of 95, but tomorrow's heat index value will be as high as 105. Tomorrow night, clear, low of 75 with gusty winds. And on Thursday, day and night, there's a 60% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mainly after 2 p.m. Otherwise, partly sunny with a high of 94.
It's going to be hot. So, Bill, what are you doing to stay cool?
Nothing. I start sweating and it doesn't go away till the end of the day. So, yeah. I was calling where I was listening to the young lady who was talking about her recruiting for RNs at the hospital.
Yes.
And with the amount of National Guard and the amount of Navy corpsmen here, that the medics, et cetera, a lot of their experience levels are probably equivalent to it being an RN. And I was trying to think if they had a program. I know they had one at Coastal Carolina where they had a 2-year RN program, but that's, going to school full time, et cetera, to do it. Where they just had like a Dante's kind of test and practical lab testing for people that would convert from being a corpsman to an experienced RN, just to show they have the experience level available there at the hospital, that they schedule it with the National Guard, Navy Reserves, et cetera, to get people in that want to become an RN. Again, they in their regular other jobs as reserves, et cetera, they still probably have to be a corpsman, or a medic, but they could convert to being an RN through a practical test at the hospital itself.
Well, Bill actually brought that up during the break when you couldn't hear it on the air. There's not something, but I think nationally there should be, if there is, because corpsmen would be able, that'd be a way for them to, once they get out of the military, go right into the same job they were doing, and without having to sit through several years of school, because they've done it. They can do anything an RN can do, and probably more.
Yeah, they still have to get certified.
Yeah,
as an
that's what I'm
RN,
saying, doing
to
some kind of
take a course.
certification. Yeah.
And I think the hospital is trying to work on things like that here. Nationally, I think it would be a great thing.
I think it'd be
because
awesome.
A lot of our guys from here, as we know, they leave Camp Lejeune for points everywhere else. And, their services, their qualifications don't leave them when they go from here to LA or to Denver or whatever. It'd be great. It would be great catches there as well. So, yeah, you're right. A national program would be wonderful
I think it'd be awesome.
for that.
Yeah, and I remember I'd worked as with the alcohol treatment facility here, and there was, they were talking about where they had was a program with the Bureau of Medicine there in the Navy that had that, but again, they didn't push it because they already had a lot of nurses. All your nurses in the Army, in the armed forces, are officers, so they had a lot of people already. But coming out of the service and working in civilian hospitals as reserves, etc., that opportunity, I don't know if it was pushed hard or not, but I know we had a lot of senior corpsmen and medics, etc., that had a very high level experience. And actually, the hospital had a senior chief, Ed Piper, after they had some issues that were, hurting the hospital, and they hired him when he retired, and he straightened out a lot of stuff over there.
Yep, he did. He's a good guy. All right, Bill, got to run here, sir. Thank you.
Thanks, Bill.
Thanks, Bill.
All right,
Yes,
you take
yes.
care.
Have a good day.
Bye, Bill.
Let's go on over to Catterick County. I think that's what some of the people around that neck of the woods call it, right, Steve?
The what? Oh,
Yeah.
Carteret. I gotcha. Catterick.
He said Catterick.
You never heard of called Catterick County?
No.
I know Steve has. Haven't you, Steve?
Oh, sure. I'm
Okay.
having a little trouble hearing y'all this morning.
Uh-oh.
But, yeah, you sound like you're a little closer to the mic.
Okay. Well, about the same thing I was. But anyway, things come and go around here, I guess. What's on your mind like I didn't know?
Oh, yeah, really. I know, right? I came in kind of late this morning on the show, and I heard the politician y'all were talking to this morning. And I didn't catch his name. I assume he's running for office. He's not
Nope.
already in office.
No, he's the Grand Old Party chairman of North Carolina.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Jason Simmons. Yeah.
I
he
want to
replaced
say
Michael
bravo
Walker.
for you asking him some of those hard questions that I'm sure he didn't really want to answer. But
He did a good job with the
I
stuff
didn't
that
know.
I dealt with.
Yes.
I tell you, I don't know if y'all noticed the political two-step he did on answering your question or not. And I highly recommend y'all go back and listen to your show again and listen to what he said. Because when you asked him about that bipartisan border bill, he said that would be ineffective. It'd just be a Band-Aid. What you needed was presidential executive orders.
Yeah, I heard.
That right there is an insult to intelligence, because we know that's executive orders are not more permanent than legislation. But anyway, he told you that, and then he said what we need is to get Trump back in office, and he'll rescind all the presidential orders, and he'll put a bunch of new in place. But he ended it with, then we need comprehensive legislation so that we can close the border down once and for all. So he told you the comprehensive legislation was going to be a Band-Aid and that wouldn't work, but he ended it with saying they need a bill that's just like the one he says that ain't going to work.
Mm-hmm.
Did y'all catch that? That he came right back in a circle and said what was going to be needed at the end of that statement was comprehensive legislation?
Mm-hmm. Yep, I've heard that, and and again, I'm going to go back to, and I know the man had issues with everybody, with the people who were trying to impeach him, and I'm not supporting him, but I still think if he had put less time in dealing with the negativity from the other factions out there when he was president, years to do something else. And in a couple of years that he didn't do anything, the first couple of years when he had a complete control over the Senate and the House. Is that the way you would call it?
And that's exactly right, Bruce.
Okay.
And what they're doing now is they're saying, oh, if you just give us power again, we'll do it this time.
Yeah, well,
we promise.
Yeah, well,
and they also promised them never done that. There was a lot of things they promised they didn't deliver on. But what they're doing now is they're trying to talk everybody right in a circle, and they tell you don't need this, but then they come right back to saying that's exactly what's going to have to happen in order for it to be permanent. And if you take that bill and you listed all the things that are Republican on the Republican side and the things that are on the Democratic side, it was a heavily conservative bill. And I don't know. It's insulting to me when people like him come on there and try and talk to us like we're dumb and we don't realize that he just talked in a circle.
Well, the only
And
thing
came right back to saying,
and I'm going to say one more time about that bill, then we're going to let it rest for a while because this is a one and done, right?
Yeah.
That's done. It's over. But the biggest thing the only thing that I had issues with is it had other stuff in it. I don't care if the other stuff called for an American flag flying from every roof or chimney in the United States. I don't care what it had in it. It had other stuff in it. And some of that other stuff may or may not be good. I don't care. Give me a bill, and if you're going to call it the border bill, let it be the blasted border bill, and let's get her done. If it's going to be aid to Ukraine, let's have a bill to give aid to Ukraine and get it done. There would be a lot less discussion, a lot less of BS in our Senate and in our House if you had those kinds of bills and just go either yay or nay. Forget everything else. You don't have to argue. Well, that's also going to put in some stuff for give Morocco $100 or something. No, you don't need to have that kind of crap to discuss. If you don't have that kind of crap to go back and forth on, you can get your job done. And you're not getting your job done. You're all fired.
Rayford, that is a very valid point, but I think it's worth mentioning that the whole reason why all that was clumped together was because the Republicans said they wanted it clumped together.
I understand
and now,
I don't trust them either.
But wait a minute. But now the Senate has stripped all of those other bills away from it and passed them individually. So now the only thing left sitting there is the border bill. And the Republicans don't want to touch it with a 10-foot pole because they don't want Biden to get anything that makes him look good.
Well, that's the politics involved in this whole mess.
But I mean, that's solely the responsibility of the Republicans that have created this mess. They're the ones that put all those bills together the way you don't like it. That was not a Democratic thing. That was solely on the Republicans. And then now it's all been stripped away, and they're still trying to tell you that it's all this stuff that's in there. It's not in there anymore. There may be a little morsel left of some foreign aid in there that hasn't been stripped out yet, but the Ukraine bill got stripped out. The one for Israel got stripped out and passed individually. So, I mean, it's one of these things where they're letting the perfect be the enemy of the good. Yeah, there's a lot of good in that bipartisan bill. And it was something that the Republicans were holding up as a win until Donald Trump said kill it.
Well,
So,
we'll have to see how that plays out. I don't know that it'll even pass under Donald. If Donald Trump is the president, I don't know that it'll pass as is even at that time.
Well, they have shown themselves to not deliver on what they say they're going to do. Now, I ain't saying that they ain't delivered nothing, but they ain't delivered on half of what they said they were going to do. You know, the infrastructure bill that the Democrats passed, if the Republicans would have done it when Trump first took office, you only get one of those in a lifetime. So we wouldn't have the Democrats being the ones that crafted that bill. The Republicans would have done it. And so anything that's in that bill you don't like, it's because the Republicans dropped the ball. And that's what I think it is that we're not assigning, I don't mind blaming Democrats for things Democrats do, but I'm really, getting to my wit's end about giving Republicans a mulligan every time you turn around, making excuses for why, their failures shouldn't be held accountable. But anyway, that's my 2 cents worth.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
No,
you don't want any change back for that 2 cents, do you?
Do what?
You don't want any change back for your 2 cents, though, right? Hopefully not. I get to keep both pennies. All right, Steve. Yeah.
It won't work 3 cents. I get it. But anyway,
you have a good one.
The big point I wanted to make was that one guy talking in a circle on you this morning and came right back to saying he needed it. But y'all have a blessed day.
Thank you. Bye. Okay. Always interesting.
Well, let's bring up something.
Go ahead.
Because this just makes me mad when I heard it yesterday.
Okay.
Well, 2 things. Well, let me start with this one. You know that illegal immigrant down in Texas that raped that little 12-year-old girl and killed her?
I do.
One of them was wearing an ICE ankle monitor. And if that don't make people mad, I don't know what will. But that's part of the good old Biden's border policy and Mayorkas, because I personally think Mayorkas ought to be charged for this, but whatever, of catch and release.
He's only doing what he's told to do.
Correct.
He is a totally useless, as you know what, on a boar hog, okay?
But when you start making people accountable or threatening them with jail, someone will buck up and say, I'm not doing it. Somebody needs to grow a pair somewhere. And what is the whole point of this ankle monitor? If you've released them from custody, even though they're here illegally, why even slap an ankle monitor on them? I'm trying to figure out what the point of that is. Obviously, no one's monitoring it.
Who can pay for all of those monitors?
Who's exactly was going to be my next question.
Who's going to monitor?
Well, and why would you monitor them?
He's just slap an ankle bracelet. He's still going to do what he wants to do.
Well, and he did.
Yes, he did.
No, a little 12-year-old girl was raped, and they raped and tortured her for 2 hours.
What are we going to do
her.
about it?
Well, I have theories, but I'm not going to say it on the air.
No, what are we going to do about it in this country?
Change who you vote for.
We're not going to do one blasted. That's not going to help. I may, in some areas, it may help. That's not going to help. We've got
Well, you got to secure that
program
border.
that's in place right now that is not going to get changed. Do you understand? You're not going to deport 10 million Americans, 10 million immigrants. You're not
I agree
gonna,
with that.
That's an entire state.
Yeah. But
You're
at least
not
close
gonna
that
get rid
border
of 'em.
down to stop furthermore from coming in.
You're not going to do that. We have already set. Oh, this is the way we've been doing it. So this is the way we're going to have to do it. Even the Border Patrol won't be able to revert back to the way the Border Patrol used to be. It's not going to happen.
So what do you
It has
propose?
been changed.
Just let people continue to be raped and killed when they're 12 years old?
Well, I don't propose that. Put me in charge. I'll show you.
They'll have to do something.
Grant me immunity and put me in charge. How's that sound?
That works for me.
Takes 6 months.
Works for me.
In other news, the Dally has left the port of Baltimore on its
Oh,
way to
finally?
Norfolk.
With its goods or?
And with the stuff still on there.
Okay.
And they
Some
have
of
got like this.
Wonder how much of it is. I wonder if there's any spoilage going on.
Oh, yeah.
If it
I'd
got
like
like
to
a
clean that up.
cover over the damaged area, it's like a balloon cover or something like that. So it's not
Keep
repaired
water
yet.
from
But
coming in.
yes, it's headed to Norfolk now. So I guess they'll decide there whether they're going to scrap it or try to fix it.
Oh, they should fix that one. But get that. I don't know what's in the cargo. It could be dry goods.
Right.
It could be cars. It could be whatever.
They got quite a bit of it. They got most of that cleaned off the deck because there was just concrete pilings and rebar and all sorts of stuff. But
That's the easy part.
And the cleanup on the bridge itself that fell is going along very good, and they've got all the channels open. So
Okay. I'm gonna give you good news.
all right,
Okay,
give us some good
Steve. I hope
news.
you're listening. I hope everybody's listening. What a good deed. Some good old boys traveled from Tennessee to Mississippi to go fishing in a lake there. They hired a guide. After
Oh, I
they
know what
left
you're talking
shore,
about.
they spotted something in the water.
Mhm.
Turned out to
That's-
be a bunch of dogs fearlessly treading water a half mile from shore. The fishermen started pulling the dogs into their boat. They got 27 of them, 27 of the 35 animals the first time out.
Oh my God.
They dropped the 27 critters offshore, onto shore. Then they went back and got the other, all of them.
Yep.
100%. 35 were saved. The dogs were part of a big fox hunt and apparently chased a deer into the lake. Y'all need to retrofit the training on those dogs. Dogs, deer do not look like foxes. The dogs kept swimming in pursuit of the deer. Apparently chased the deer quite some distance.
Good grief.
They apparently got lost, even though the shoreline was only a half mile away. You think about it, though, the dogs with their little heads are floating really low in the water.
They can't
could-
see the shoreline.
They couldn't see the
Yeah,
shoreline.
yeah. I saw that story this weekend. Yeah.
The hunters tried to reward the fishermen for their good deed. They said no.
Mhm.
No.
And the hunters had trackers. They knew they were in the water because they were on,
They
the,
didn't
on the
have a
shore.
boat.
I don't want to talk about hunters
They
and their
didn't have
dogs,
anything.
but they let them run through, and
I know.
they're not
Yeah.
taking care
Great
of it.
ending
I
to
know.
that
So
story.
I think it's an
yes,
awesome
very
story.
good ending.
I saw it
And-
this weekend.
And I'll tell you what, those fishermen, their catch of the dogs can never be outdone by whatever fish, if any,
Mhm.
that they caught.
Yeah. Oh, I agree. Good story.
Let's take a break. You're live and local. Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
97.1 WSME.
If you are looking to purchase a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV without the high pressure, Onslow County Motor Company, 1639 Lejeune Boulevard, may be the dealership for you. At Onslow County Motor Company, they want to help you buy a car, truck, or SUV, not just sell you one. Buying a car, truck, or SUV should be enjoyable, and the folks at Onslow County Motor Company will do their best in making your car buying experience fun and check out their inventory online at ocmc.us or visit them at 1639 Lejeune Boulevard. All vehicles are hand selected and a standard warranty comes with most vehicles, with extended warranties available, and Carfax is free. Stop by and visit Ben, Brandon, Travis, or Terry. They will gladly answer all your questions about a particular model. Financing? Well, Zeke will finance most anybody. Great selection, great people. Onslow County Motor Company, 1639 Lejeune Boulevard, Jacksonville. where customers send their friends.
Call today, 910-355-7066. Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro can save you money on your automobile insurance with new options that are available now. Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro goes the extra mile to make sure you are in good hands, like helping you customize your auto, home, and windstorm coverage with their Write Your Own Home policy. Yes, save even more when you bundle your home, auto, boat, motorcycle, and even your golf cart. Remember, if it rolls or floats, call Tammy for a quote. You and everything you own are in good hands with Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro. Save more money on your automobile insurance today with Tammy Fry Allstate. Phone 910-326-5383 today. Tammy Fry Allstate, 638 West Corbett Avenue in the friendly city by the sea, Swansboro.
If you plan to rebuild, remodel, repair, or do cottage or home improvements, Williams Hardware, 3011B Bridges Street, Morris City, should be your first stop. Williams Hardware carries power tools and equipment, chains and fasteners, plumbing and electrical supplies, along with Gerber, Buck, and Case knives. Williams Hardware is your helpful, handy hardware store. Williams Hardware cuts glass to size and cuts and threads pipe. When the chores are done and the cleanup is finished, light up that Wilmington grill from Williams Hardware. Williams Hardware, 3011B Bridges Street, Morris City. Open Monday through Saturday from 7:30 till 6 p.m. and Sundays for your convenience, noon till 5. Phone Williams Hardware, 252-726-7158.
Looking for a job? Full-time? Part-time? Il Chino Italiano Restaurant wants you. We're currently hiring for hostesses, servers, bartenders, and dishwashers. Il Chino Italiano is a family-owned, fast-paced restaurant that offers the best in fine dining on the Crystal Coast. If you're hardworking, reliable, professional, and have a desire to always strive for better, we want to talk to you. Make great money and be a part of an outstanding, dedicated team. Il Chino Italiano on West Corbett Avenue in Swansboro.
Piggly Wiggly Bulk Foods is now open, 149 Willis Parkway, just off Highway 17 North, right here in Jacksonville. Restaurants, food trucks, festival workers, party suppliers, vendors, government, schools, and families of all sizes stroll on down to Piggly Wiggly Bulk Foods and save. They have a huge selection of large pots and pans, plasticware in many shapes and sizes, trays, including takeout trays. In addition, Piggly Wiggly Bulk Foods has everyday grocery items, such as Atkinson breaders and mixers, veggies, sauces, puddings, and beans. So if you need to buy in bulk for the long haul or everyday grocery items, Piggly Wiggly Bulk Foods will save you money. Piggly Wiggly Bulk Foods, brand new, 149 Willis Parkway, just off Highway 17 North, Jacksonville. Open 9 to 6 Monday through Friday, 9 to 2 on Saturdays. Phone 910-455-7800. Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry, where we love to make you smile. Now proud to be working with Drs. Kim and Tommy Morgan, formerly Morgan Family Dentistry. The Jacksonville and Richlands Morgan offices of Lane & Associates Family Dentistry blends the latest technology with personal care and attention, so you have an amazing dental experience. The offices of Lane & Associates welcome all ages and accepts all major insurances, including military. Lane & Associates Family Dentistry has been serving the state of North Carolina for over 40 years, with 2 locations in Jacksonville, Richlands, and Maysville. Call for an appointment today at 877-LANE-DDS or online at lanedds.com. Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
Yeah, well, the feds finally put away a foreign gun smuggler. Yay, 31-year-old Jolie Germain, a Haitian resident, found guilty of smuggling guns into Haiti as part of a larger conspiracy that included laundering money for ransoms paid for the release of American hostages held by a Haitian gang. Germain was sentenced to spend the next 35 years in a federal prison. Why? That's just the first of my questions. Why should the taxpayers continue paying money to keep such scum alive in this country? Chances are he'll be part of the gang operation out of Haiti from inside the prison. Second, am I the only one to find out that someone, I'm assuming relatives, have been sending money, who knows how much money, to the Haitian gang to release Americans that were being kidnapped, had been kidnapped in Haiti? Americans that are in Haiti for either criminal reasons or humanitarian reasons. That's the only two reasons you'd go to Haiti, right? You want to be there to continue with your criminal aspects, or you're there for humanitarian reasons. And I know a lot of them have done that.
Neither reason.
No.
I could care less about any of our citizens who are in part of a self-serving criminal enterprise. I don't care. As for those who are there for all of the right reasons, at what cost? Haiti is a nice country that's controlled by crooked, violent political leaders with a military that is not much any better than the gangs that actually control the country. If your desire is to play in that sandbox, then I say that you're on your own. I'll feel bad for your families, especially those who come up with ransom money. They're going to lose their money. Not only should this country put a stop to illegal aliens invading this country, we should stop those people from this country trying to go to places like Haiti. I hope our Department of Justice investigates every one of these so-called hostages when they're released. If they're part of the problem, prosecute them. Make examples of them. Along with Jermaine, he's known as the king of this gang, by the way, the queen of the Haitian gang, known as 400 Mawoza, was also arrested and convicted for her part in the smuggling operation. 46-year-old Eland Tunis, a resident of Pompano Beach, posed as Jermaine's wife while he was arranging for the export of weapons in violation of U.S. export laws. She gets to be the queen of Cell Block 77 West for the next 150 months. More wasted tax dollars. About 24 firearms were shipped to the Haitian gang, from military-style rifles, including U.S.-made military rifles, along with a 50 caliber weapon. We're doing something wrong. Yes, it's good we got this clown off the streets, got his woman off the streets. No.
Well, I've got a good story, and then I have to go. But I've got a good. It's local, very local.
Let her rip.
Marine Corps Aviation Squadron, HMLA 269, originated here in Onslow County, remained for 51 years.
Oh yeah.
Will now be getting a memorial at the Lejeune Memorial Gardens, and it is the first individual unit to ever receive a spot.
HMLA. Tell us about it.
HMLA 269. So it was the mission was to provide close in-fire support during aerial and ground escort operations, during ship-to-shore movements, and subsequent operations ashore. It called HMA 269.
Mm-hmm.
It was formed at Marine Corps Air Station New River on February 22nd, 1971, and it was activated on July 1, 71, as the Marine Corps' first designated attack helicopter squadron. But in 1984, it became HMLA 269 with the addition of the UH-1N, expanding its primary mission to include utility helicopter support. So it was around for 51 years, and it spent its entire life in Jacksonville. So, and Joe Yanessa is the president of the Alumni Association, and he, I have a feeling, was very instrumental
I'm sure
in
he
getting
was. Joe,
that memorial be placed here.
I don't think I've ever met Joe in person. We've exchanged stuff before, but we need to get him in here. He's an interesting guy.
They initially, Quantico was considered as a location initially because its sister squadron's memorial is located there. But they said, no, we're just doing it here.
It'd be better here.
Yep. And the unit's call sign used to be called Kevin, but then it became the Gun Runners.
That's good. I like them already.
Yep. So I think it's awesome. So yay.
All right, so you got to
First
go.
one, yeah.
You want to joke before you go?
Go ahead, do it.
Little boy standing in his front yard with a lawnmower with a for sale sign on it. About that time, a preacher comes riding by on his bicycle. He sees the mower and he thinks to himself, we do need a lawnmower back in the parish. He turns around and he asks how much the boy wanted for the mower. The boy said, well, I really don't know. I'm just trying to get enough money for a bicycle. Preacher thinks trade and asks the boy if he wants to trade. Little boy says, sure. Preacher gets off the bike and the boy gets on the bike and rides away. Preacher starts trying to get the lawnmower started. It just won't start. Boy comes back and the preacher says, how do you get this lawnmower started? Boy says, oh, you have to cuss it a little. Preacher says, son, I haven't cussed in over 50 years. I don't know if I remember how. Little boy says, You just keep pulling on that rope and it will come back to you. You're live and local. Real Talk.
my
We'll be
Lord.
right back.
WSME.
Mohawk All Pet Protection and Warranty is the only cover protection and warranty for all pets, all accidents, all the time. Because your pets are family members too. No matter how you live, we've got you covered. Soft, luxurious, smart strand forever clean carpet. Gorgeous, durable, Solitech luxury vinyl tile. Mohawk has the ultimate floor for every room in your home that's suitable for all pets. For details, contact Watkins Floor Covering online at WatkinsNewFloor.com. Watkins Floor Covering, thanking you for voting them the best of the best for 2023 in the flooring covering and carpet cleaning category. Watkins Floor Covering, they're more than just floors. It's custom showers, custom tubs, carpet cleaning, backsplashes, bathrooms, commercial, retail, and home flooring too. Watkins Floor Covering, family owned and operated since 1997 with locations in Jacksonville and Surf City. Watkins Floor Covering, you stand on it, we stand behind it. Mills International Incorporated, your local Cub Cadet dealer, is ready for summer. And you should be too, with the Cub Cadet Ultima Series. Come today and see these zero-turn mowers have stepped-up control with traditional lap to a familiar steering wheel experience. Four-wheel control provides precision, maneuverability, and stability on a variety of terrains, including hills up to 20 degrees. Adjustable automotive-inspired high back seat lets you comfortably cut at your maximum speed, while a heavy-duty mowing deck powers your yard for a premium cut. Combine steering wheel control, premium features of the Cub Cadet Ultima Series, and you get a zero-turn mower ready to unlock the possibilities of your lawn. Head to your local Cub Cadet dealer, Mills International Incorporated, at 801 South Queen Street, Kinston, for exceptional offers, expert advice, and a superior service.
Have you gotten your copy of Topsail Times newspaper this week? If not, did you know that Topsail Times is Topsail area's only local newspaper in print? Started a little over a year ago, we now have over 1,500 online subscribers and 5,000 printed copies that go out every 2 weeks. And we never charge our readers. Information should be free to our readers, and we stick by that. Looking for an idea for date night? Want to learn some local history? How about asking a veterinarian about your pet? These things and more are available in each copy of the Topsail Times newspaper. Want to get the word out about your business? We offer great rates for full color ads, and the online paper version is always included for free. Need help designing the perfect ad? We can do that too. We're always looking for human interest stories, so start writing. And we love local photos too. Check out our website at topsailtimes.net, where you can find out where to pick up a copy or check out our latest publication online.
Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing specializes in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting. In fact, they paint most anything except cars, including homes, businesses, apartment complexes, decks. They do minor repairs, wood repairs, pressure washing, waterproofing, and more, including storm repair and cleanup. Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing, fully licensed, insured, and locally owned and operated by Carroll Jr. References available, and customer satisfaction is always guaranteed. So if you want a painted, maintained, power washed, or need a roof, call Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, and Power Washing at 910-939-0749 or visit southerntouchpaintingnc.com. Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing salutes our troops and is proud to be part of the continued growth of Onslow and surrounding counties.
Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning, your trusted local Carrier indoor weather team. Serving all of your heating and air conditioning needs since 1967, now offers commercial financing and residential financing as low as 0%. With Hurricane season here, be prepared with a Generac generator for your home or business. Humphrey Heating and Air has Generac generators in stock, ready to install today. Humphrey Heating and Air also does residential and commercial plumbing, air duct cleaning for better breathing, and services all brands of HVAC. Turn to the Carrier experts. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning. With locations in Jacksonville and Hampstead, visit online humphreyheating.com and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning since 1967. Relax, we're on the way.
Chico's Tires, 2320 Wilmington Highway is Jacksonville's oldest tire company, and now Jacksonville's newest tire company is Little Chico's, located at 1675 North Marine Boulevard. Little Chico's carries all the major brands and all sizes, such as Michelin, Goodyear, BF Goodrich, Bridgestone, and many others, and all new tires have warranty. In addition to a great selection of new tires, Little Chico's has used tires starting at only $30. In addition to new and used tires, Little Chico's does brake service, minor auto and truck repair, and towing. So if you need tires, new or used, brake service, minor auto or truck repair, or if you need a tow, visit Jacksonville's newest tire store, Little Chico's, 1675 North Marine Boulevard. By phone 910-333-0473 for Little Chico's Tire Service, located at 1675 North Marine Boulevard, right here in Jacksonville.
It's live and local. Real Talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Okay, we're back.
And just real quick, the Ospreys are playing at home tonight. The gates open at 5:30. First pitch is 6:30. They are playing the Kinston Wingmen. The K-Town Wingmen is what I call them. And it's country night, so wear your cowboy hat.
I don't think they should call it the first pitch. I don't think they should have it anything like that. I think they should take off like the Ospreys do, the other Ospreys. I think they should have. Let's go.
That would be cool. That would be very cool.
There you go.
I would like that.
Okay, we'll be back in here tomorrow. Kelly had to take an early leave, and we'll be back tomorrow. We got Dr. Rosemary Stein, and no one else on tap yet.
No, not yet. But never say never. A lot of calls out there.
Yeah.
And real quick, Mike 23 brought up something too that we haven't discussed yet. That Julian Assange is set. Assange, yeah, it was just misspelled. Is set free after a plea deal. We'll have to talk about that.
Yeah,
tomorrow, maybe.
I don't even care about
We'll
it.
see. Yeah.
Okay, dokie. We will be back in here tomorrow morning at about 7 o'clock. So hang in there for that. And right now, we're going to take a break, do a little bit of Fox News, and then at 10 o'clock, Rick Dees is going to be spinning a bunch of tunes that you like to hear. And at 3 o'clock, he's going to throw one across the plate, and let's just see if Hollywood can catch it today. Do you think he will get it?
Hollywood's always right there.
He's
He's
gonna
right
get it.
on it.
He'll catch it. All right, Hollywood Man, this afternoon, beginning at 3 o'clock. You're live and local, Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m. WSMA. See you tomorrow morning.
WSME, Camp Lejeune, W246CJ, Jacksonville.